What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files featuring Chief's massive torso. What up, everybody? Bro Shot, how are you today?
Doing well.
Outstanding. Chief, no hat today. No giant pride?
No. Me and my massive torso couldn't fit one. Yeah. I know where you live. That's would be crazy.
Come through, man. Play some games.
No Giants pride today. What up, y'all? What up, chat?
What's going on?
Ooh. Ed, joining us. We didn't run him off last week. Join us again. It's our main man, Norris. What's going on, man?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me again, man.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't understand the sheer force of will it's taking me to go with any of your other names outside of Norris. But I am. My brain is processing it every time I'm about to say what's up. Stop.
Norris.
All right, so stick with Norris. There we go. All right, let's see who's here hanging out in the chat with us. Snake Eyes is here.
Snake Eyes.
That was David Thanos.
What's going on?
What's up?
80s kid from the 90s.
What's going
What's
on?
going on?
Blake Tartley's back, as always.
Well,
What's going on,
And
Blake?
Movie Files crew.
The Lyles Movie Files crew is in the house.
Jamilyn Parks is here too.
Hey, he loves She-Hulk.
Roger Wolf Prime is here too.
Oh, welcome back.
And Norris gets a shout out. Very good. There we go.
What up? What up?
Yeah, that's my real name. So I was actually about to type it in there in the chat. Like, it's no problem.
What up, Dave?
I think that's just good policy, Blake. I mean, we don't need those kind of reminders.
It'll never happen again.
There you go.
There you go.
He's already learning. All right, let's get into it. I gave you all an assignment. This week I was on top of things much earlier than normal. You all can get ready to come up with your ideas in the chat, but later on the top of the second hour, we're going to break down some of our favorite actors who've fallen on career challenge times where they're just taking any role. And it's been a while since they've had a really great performance. And, I tried to do this with one actor. I just gave up because it was just impossible. But we're going to go over some of our choices for the last great role, some of our favorite actors. Most of them were still working. All right. So with that lead up, let's talk in. Looks like Chuck got the good Wi-Fi this time.
You see he's at another spot. That ain't the same place. He moved closer.
I downloaded the app.
What's going on, James?
What up, James?
Is where it's at. All right. Let's start off with some news around cinema. So Borderlands, even though you all somehow missed the opportunity to see this movie in theaters, it's also going to be arriving on buy purchase on demand this Friday. So you can see the movie that thousands and thousands have seen. This movie
Hundreds.
Yeah, so far in 3 weeks, this movie has grossed $24 million. It's not great. But now that you can pay a nominal fee to see it from the comfort of your own home, what are you guys thinking? Are you ready to see Borderlands?
In the $49 bin?
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
It was $44.99. Absolutely not. Because that's more than I would have paid if I went to see.
Just switch internets.
I switch. Oh,
Yeah, we can.
Your thing was getting a little spotty. Maybe it's the fourth block.
Oh, you talking about mine's getting spotty?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. So I've got the iMac,
Yeah.
and so the damn mouse is out of batteries. So I could get into it, but I couldn't move it to get on my regular computer. So now I'm on this old MacBook Pro talking to you all. So at some point when this thing charged up, I was just going to switch.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Norris left King's house for this.
Yeah, man.
Come at your heart here.
This MacBook's from like 10 years ago.
Oh.
David Thanos bringing fire.
But if the price is more than $6, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it.
$6 is about my. If I have it, yeah, that's about all I can do.
$6 is what. $6 is what. I mean, who wanted to see it? Who wanted?
I was.
Did you ever play the game?
No, because you know why? I have much interest in the game as I do the movie.
Okay, I saw the trailer and thought, okay, this is kind of Guardians-ish.
Yeah.
It may be fun. It's got. I like most Kevin Hart movies. Kate Blanchett is okay. She shouldn't put her name on bad stuff,
right?
It may not suck. And then it was like I got other things to do, so I didn't watch it. But $6, sure, maybe.
You like most Kevin Hart movies?
I knew that's where you stopped. You didn't hear any other word.
After that, he lost me, bro. He lost me, man.
Again, Kevin Hart movies, you know what you're getting. You're not getting A-level comedy movies. You're getting that good. Okay, let's go. I'm sorry. I got to go on the Chief scale here. Hold on. I got to get a good
decent.
Five,
it's dang decent.
I got a good 5 out of 10 movie out of Kevin Hart. I can't
at least
phenomenal, right. But it's 5 is
solid.
Yeah. I wouldn't say solid. No.
I think Kevin Hart movies depend on who his co-star is or the other lead. Like if he's teaming up with The Rock, those films tend to be good. If he's got like a good straight man like Rock, Ice Cube, his movies tend to be better than when it's Kevin Hart, the whole sphere of which the entire movie revolves around. Yeah, like that heist movie on Netflix. I still haven't continued to watch it because he was playing serious. And like, why are we here? I mean, this is not you.
I mean, it didn't help that Vincent D'Onofrio was the comedy, and you're like, Kingpin, y'all did my man Kingpin kind of dirty on this one. I know you want to branch him out, but come on.
Yeah,
the movie is a disgrace to the video game.
It's proven the video game. I wouldn't say that. I feel like video game movies aren't done properly. Like we can argue about how accurate it was, but I really like the first Resident Evil movie. I thought that was one of the better ones because they weren't trying to do note for note everything we saw in the game.
Right.
They captured the tone and spirit of it right down to the final battle on the train and fighting. I was like, this is Resident Evil. It's actually probably better. You didn't throw in Leon, Chris, Jill, Claire. That's fine. I don't care about these characters. They don't have to make it. So no problem. But if they have the characters that I know and love from playing the games and you do them dirty, then I'm going to start feeling a certain way. These randos, I care less. And I thought that was really good. And I like Doom a lot too. I mean, I thought it was really creative when they hit the POV at the final battle. So I don't think it's like all video game movies suck. It's just if they're not done right, they will suck.
Listen, if you guys have seen Silent Hill, the movie was very similar to how Silent Hill the game. Unnerving. It was like, okay, freaking hell. Why did you have to do that? Like that is very much how Silent Hill is. It's unexpected horror movie video game. I still think if they actually wanted to do, what is it, Alone in the Dark? That could be.
Yeah, they were talking about doing that. I don't think.
Yeah, like that would have been a fun video game. You got to figure out like a good Metal Gear game is a spy movie. There's nothing hard about video games. It's just
I don't know why we haven't got a Metal Gear movie. That seems so obvious.
Yeah, Sonic, those have been good things. I mean, those have been good. Like
I don't know if you've seen the Fallout show, but that has been amazing. I think it's Emmy nominated. That's like
it's got a ton of Emmy nominations. I think 17.
Yeah. Oh, 17. I didn't even realize that. But the production values are off the chart on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some money in that. Yeah.
I haven't finished watching it, but what I did see was fine. I don't have any connection to Fallout, but the show was, it was fine. But there are other ones that are good. The Snake Eyes, our resident video game head, said Fallout is amazing. And the Mario film was, so there's several good things, and Snake Eyes goes, that's what happens when you respect the source material. Great. Hey, that's all you have to do. And that's true with anything.
What was it? Street Fighter 2, the animation was great.
Oh, you can. Splinter Cell would be awesome too.
Mm-hmm.
That would be man. Let me
Tom Cruise.
No. Nope. The laptop's charged up.
Welcome.
I'm back.
No more Robo Chief.
No more Robo Chief, man. I'm in, baby. I'm in.
All right, so like there have been some really good ones, and I feel like I need to do a tally. I know the MCU is going to skew it a little bit, but there still might be more comic book movies that are bad than that are good, or it's really close. I feel like before Phase 4 really got underway, I would say there were probably like 2 that I didn't love. I don't know if I would call them bad, but after Phase 4, there was a lot more added, more shrimps to the Barbie on that. I was like, this is another one. And there are a lot of X-Men films that were bad.
Mm-hmm.
Steel, Catwoman, immediately come to mind. Jonah Hex. There Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. There are plenty of bad ones. Superman Returns. So,
Superman 4. If you say Superman 4, I'll give you Superman Returns wasn't that bad.
It was bad because it wasn't, they didn't do anything new with it. It was, I love Richard Donner so much, I'm going to do a Richard Donner movie. Superman was a psycho stalker.
Did the movie have flaws? Yes. I'm not saying it was great, but it was not
because they didn't snap Luthor's neck.
Yeah, I like that movie more than I like Man of Steel more than that. But I thought it was, hey, we like Richard Donner's movie. I thought it was a cool continuation. I mean, there were choices in that movie I didn't like, but it was cool enough to me. They could add some more action.
Yeah, Tomb Raider was great. Well, it was good.
Tomb Raider's a movie. I don't understand how you can't make that.
Thank you, Snow Glare. Superman Returns was that bad. Kryptonite Island, exactly.
Oh my, come on! That was like kind of inventive. He makes Kryptonite Island. It actually made sense.
Who would be fighting that movie? Bank robbers. Like that was like, this is terrible. No, that was awful. Gosh, that movie was. I was so mad watching that one. And then again, they miscast Lois Lane. Like, Erica Durance is like, I'm right here. Hello, let's get Kate Bosworth to play Lois Lane. Who thought that was a good idea?
Is that the same time Smallville was actually going on?
It might have been.
That was kind of Mrs. Like Eric. I mean, you needed somebody spunky and not moody. They just wrote her a horrible part. I mean, Kate Bosworth, that was one of she had no chance with that role. It was like you weren't good. I mean, it was just like, you're a deadbeat dad, Superman. What? How did that happen? How would I not know I have a kid? Doesn't make sense. But
what was wrong with Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider? I'm trying to think of the last actress who played.
What's her name from Xbox?
Alicia Vikander. That's her name.
Yeah, how was that one? Did anyone?
Probably. Or as she would say, dang decent. Oh. That was it was good. I like that one.
Okay.
And it was fine. I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel. And Snow Glare went. He fought a bullet with his eye. Exactly.
I mean,
if that's the best scene in your trailer, you got problems.
Again, that was the part everybody, you're like, oh wow, this is gonna have a whole lot of action, and then it didn't. I mean, I could definitely see you being let down by the trailer, and then he picks up a plane. Oh, this looks like when he's flying against the plane. That looks cool. And then the rest of the movie is kind of.
Hey, Chief, are we gonna let this Kevin Hart apologist make good on
Wow!
He lost me on the joint, and then the whole time I'm thinking, but he hated Green Lantern.
So I love Green Lantern. I did not hate Green Lantern. Again, Green Lantern could have, if you would just not had Blob, Parallax, would have been a good movie. I mean, it would have been a whole lot better movie.
No.
Again,
no. I'm watching you, Jace. Let that be known.
I don't want to deal with your crap, okay, Chief? This is ridiculous. He's on the other side of the door. Don't worry.
Y'all got the Wi-Fi synced up just fine. Yes. So, no love for Borderlands. What would be the video game property, video game property that you wish were properly done, that you think would be a really great movie or franchise? Not the Legend of Chun-Li sequel, Chief. We're not going to.
I think Gods of War.
Yes.
That'd be good.
That wouldn't be bad. What's the joint with that I always get over that you always leave me on? Metal Gear, no, it's Gears of War.
Oh, Gears of War. They were talking about doing that for a while.
Yeah.
The Gears of War wouldn't be bad.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption. That's a good one.
See, I don't know about Red Dead Redemption because I feel like the strength of that one was making you feel like you're part of a Western. I don't know.
It would just be a Western.
Yeah, it would be a solid Western movie. But what's so great about the game is it's putting you into it.
Right.
Whereas like everything that you would want in a Western experience, I mean, just shoot, I'm in the plains. Here's a cougar and a bobcat coming at me. Like that, it would be like, oh wow, a bobcat coming at you. I mean, it would be stuff that would happen, of course, but I don't know. And I don't know what all they would change to make it work.
The Halos have been decent.
So when I saw the Matrix the first time I saw the Matrix, it just blew me away. It was one of those movies I thought about for like weeks afterwards. The first time I saw it. So this particular game, BioShock Hazard, the third one, not Hazard, but BioShock, the third BioShock, where they tied all three of them together. I don't know if you played that whole thing, but they did it in such a masterful way that it had that same effect on me. Like I've never had a finished a video game and been thinking about it for days after. It was like it transcended that medium of like just video games. That would be, and they could do any of them, right? But that would be a great IP, I think, for a movie if they gave it its respect and production value.
Jay, she seemed excited about the thought of a Metroid movie.
Metroid, I mean, Metroid. I'm always going with the original Metroid from, I guess Nintendo. Not even any of the updated versions, but when you actually had the space fighter and just clearing out all the bad guys. I mean, just straight platform game fighting Mother Brain. Like that was a fun game. I think if you all you need is a little bit of a story. I mean, it's someone steals a alien artifact, you have to go track it down. It's a straight. I mean, you straight by the numbers action platform. You can do this pretty easy. You put some money into it, it could work. I think the best one is probably Metal Gear because that could transcend a lot of video games. It's Metal Gear. You put a good trailer behind that spy movie. Just because I've watched like a YouTube video just of the trailer. I know it was like PlayStation Network, like for the trailer, one of the last Metal Gear games, and I was like, "Dang, did I play that one?" And if I didn't, I'm probably gonna buy it full price, and I'm just not gonna care because that's how good all of them been to me. So,
David Thanos still bringing heat. Grand Theft Auto, just cast Will Smith to slap everyone.
If anybody's played Saints Row, I was actually thinking that one.
I remember Saints Row.
But that is true. It's because it's so ridiculous. It's a Grand Theft Auto, kind of in the same vein as Grand Theft Auto, but it's so ridiculous. You're like, this is fun. I mean, when you get a cameo by one, it was a hot cameo by Roddy Piper, and another one you had one by Hulk Hogan. You know, it was like, okay, this was unexpectedly stupid. I love it. But yeah.
Red Dead Redemption had some great characters to explore. It would, but I feel like most good Westerns should have great characters to explore too. I mean, I would definitely watch it. I just don't know what they could do to make it, stand out. This nigga loves BioShock. David Thanos says BioShock is awesome. I think the Fallout studio made it. And then Castlevania. I know you're on board with that, Jace.
I ain't never gonna be again. I mean, I still maintain that was it Dracula Untold was kind of leaning towards the last versions of Castlevania, which I thought made it actually cool.
Mega Man.
Hard game. That would be hard to do other than animation. Because they would have to spend too much money on Mega Man.
That'd be hard to do.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember this dude named Dwight had Mega Man 6. You remember that? Oh man.
Right. Castlevania Altered Beast.
You know what, man? I just watched them play Altered Beast the other day on YouTube. I never passed any of the levels. Like,
isn't that Acolyte though? Isn't that kind of like Twilight?
I get bored.
You got both, right?
What, Altered Beast?
And Castlevania.
Castlevania was good. They got a Netflix joint of it. So I like them both. I like them both. You didn't like them both?
I'm kind of the latest one. I was kind of like, Richter's. Come on, man. I need you to pep up a little bit, man. He turned it around at the end, but I'm ready for the next season now.
Okay. I remember you complaining about the nudity, saying it was just too much gratuitous nudity. So
I always do.
Yeah, that is true. So, but I enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Gratuitous nudity?
No, the second one.
No, not that.
I closed my eyes.
Yes.
Shields. Jamlin, I did not see Gran Turismo yet, but I've heard from people who watched it that they did enjoy it.
Will it ever be a Speed Racer? That ending still gives me a tear in my eye.
Are you trying to say you didn't like Speed Racer?
I love Speed Racer.
Oh, okay. Like, whoa.
The ending had a tear in my eye.
That was one of the few times I couldn't see if there was sarcasm. Like,
no, that ending, man, when they were just talking about how great he was going to be, and I was just like, my parents had hopes for like that for me, but here I am.
I mean, after a small farmhand, now you've come so far in life. I mean,
I was supposed to ride bulls, and then I discovered slow cooked meats. It was too heavy for the bull. So,
Devil May Cry.
That would be an expensive show that I would watch.
Devil May Cry. Yeah. I never played the video game, but I've seen it played. It's a nice looking game.
Contra had his best shot back in the 80s. They could have had Sly and Schwarzenegger. I mean, just playing their roles, and that would have been great. River City Ransom.
Directed by Edgar Wright.
They could do Final Fantasy with a good story anyway.
Which Final Fantasy?
Right. That is the key. Force Unleashed. Yes, they could do that. That's something that Disney Plus could do. Could make into a series that people would watch. What's with the shout out to Elon Musk's platform?
Nah, I thought that was more wrestling one. No, they would screw that up. There's Force Unleashed. If you didn't get Sam Witwer to do it, it'd be like no. Here, I mean,
I can already hear it. Yeah, so I wasn't really a big fan of the video game, but I really like the idea of Darth Vader having an apprentice and having him for years. And I thought that'd be a really interesting way to go. And what if he decided he wanted to replace Vader and become the Emperor's new apprentice? I thought that's a really fun way to go.
You mean the actual game that you're ripping off?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. It's like I love the game, but nah.
Jayla says years ago I designed a poster for a live action Castlevania film that never happened. I think James Wan was supposed to direct it. If I ever find.
I would wonder who would be casting that. That would be kind of a fun movie.
I heard that too, Jamie. Put that cigarette out. Speed Raider is very underrated 80s. It was fun. That was one where I got to watch it in an IMAX, and boy,
those colors.
Watching that movie in IMAX is an experience, and you can't quite replicate it at home. But that is a true
who directed it?
Theater film.
Not the
sisters, huh?
I thought it was, yeah.
What'd you say, Chief?
I said not with Just TVs. Excuse me.
I mean, I said I couldn't. I'm not quite sure what the deal was on that.
Yeah, they're all 720p. They're not going to go that far.
No.
The new one looks nice.
Dead Rising. Dead Rising could be really. I think that would make for a good TV show.
Is that the zombie one?
Yeah, in the mall. I mean, there's two different versions that could go with that, like a zombie outbreak in Vegas. That could be a really fun TV show where he meets different people and he's trying to help them every episode. That could work.
Yeah.
Isn't Predator basically Contra? No.
How about Dead Space?
I haven't played that.
They did a cartoon version of it, or
they did. They did.
Golden Axe.
Now that would actually be really cool. Golden Axe. Can you imagine if they did that with a little tongue in cheek and got some, big stars behind it? I'd definitely watch that.
I mean, they could. What about Gauntlet? They just shot the whole movie like that scene in John Wick Chapter 4. We're just watching them all overhead the whole time.
POV.
Right. I love that. Joust. All right. Now we're just naming video games.
Right.
Okay. So warm out there. All right. So let's go. So Borderlands definitely goes into the bad pile for video game adaptations that didn't quite get the job done. Speaking of things that didn't get the job done, the Crow remake that absolutely no one asked for, surprisingly, did terrible at the box office. It earned a whopping $4.6 million. Its opening weekend. It's not great. Huh?
4 point something?
4.
Not opening day or weekend.
I'm surprised it made that much. Because, I mean, the poster, the images, I'm like, is this even The Crow? And The Crow really felt like a product of its time where trying to bring it into 2024 was never going to work. And the Crow fan base loves that goth time period that movie, the original one, set in. They're so attached to Brandon Lee. No one else is going to be able to have the tragic backstory to make it work even more if such a thing is possible. So I just think it was a losing proposition. There are plenty of old school properties to rip off and try to improve. But I thought The Crow was just a terrible.
They didn't really promote it either.
For good reason. Did you see any of the trailers?
No.
Yeah. Go watch the trailer tonight.
Yeah, we'll do. Because tell me the week.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like everyone involved every step of the way should have been like, should we really be doing this? I don't think this is a good idea. From the look of it, did you see the poster?
Mm-mm.
I think I've seen stuff on it.
Let me pull this up. And James, I'm about to answer your question for sure, my man. Oops. All right, let's see. Here it is. Let's go with let's see. Which picture that's the most ridiculous should I choose? All right, let's go with that one. All right. Present. Share screen. Window. Bam. Here you go. That's what this crow looked like. So it's just what's going to get the job done and was not great. Yeah, it's a movie. So yeah, I love the look on your face there, Norris. You're just like,
it's confusing.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
And also terrible. Jamelin, I love Until Dawn. That was playing that game. I think Snowglare did say it.
Is that the one with the Wendigo?
Yes. I would absolutely. They're actually making a movie of it though, so it is coming together, and I'm really curious. Yeah. Old guy. Let me see here. Who was actually playing the narrator in the game is going to be in there in the live action version. Let me see if they have anything on it. Peter Stormare. Let's see who has been announced yet. David F. Sandberg's directing it. I'm trying to see if anybody. He's going to be playing Dr. Hill in case you were curious. So they've got a full cast. I don't know the cast. I'm not familiar with outside of Stormare, but I'm there for that because I love that game and playing. I was feeling like a dummy in a horror movie. What's that sound? Let me go check. Maybe it's one of my friends who needs. Oh, it's a monster to kill me. Great. Awesome. It was fun stuff. That is Jared Leto's Joker, everyone. I don't crow about that. Thing is a better crow. Exactly. I haven't seen it, but I think one of the main problems with this Crow movie is that they didn't give it a subtitle, and it's the same characters. You know what, Jalen? That could have helped it. I just don't know who the audience is for a Crow movie
these days.
Other characters after Eric in the comics. Right. Yeah. I feel like it's one of those situations where it's so linked to Brandon Lee that everything else is just, why are you doing this? And I don't know. Kids are so moody nowadays that they don't even need to go through a goth phase.
So I didn't give you that.
They're just moody. All right. So the $50 million budget on this Crow is not going to get made unless it comes to video on demand next weekend. If so, will you see it?
I just watched the trailer. No.
Oh, okay. That's what you.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Like $6 is too much. I'm not doing that. Like 2 hours of that movie. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody's hungry.
Understand. Huh? Chief, I know you're excited about this one since you weren't very excited about the Crow. The Penguin is going to be starting September 19th.
Oh, not on my birthday.
Huh?
What a hell of a birthday present.
Happy birthday!
And like you said, starting, so you knew you lost him there.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You're not gonna watch it on your birthday?
No, I'm not. And not the day after or the day after that either.
Oh man.
You don't have any interest in it, huh?
No, what the why are these shows with the villain? You know what I mean? Bane. You know what I mean?
What a delightful voice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense, man. Villain movies.
Yeah, what are we rooting on the villain to maim, kill, murder, and otherwise get away from the law?
But if you are going to do a villain, why Penguin?
He's the easiest one to do because he's based in quote unquote reality. So you don't have to do much special effects. He's a gangster running the gang trade.
It's the least comic book character they can do. Like they couldn't do Killer Croc or Two-Face is too much work. Penguin, maybe some regular Joe. Maybe Martin Scorsese will stop his scrolling and watch the Penguin.
What about Bane? Like Bane would have been interesting.
Yeah, it'd have been interesting. But
I'm trying to figure out, like, Colin's not a small dude, so why would he be called the Penguin? I didn't get that even in my room.
Birds. He has a whole thing. He likes birds. He's really into them. And
they're not playing that up, it doesn't seem, though, in this version.
Well, I mean, why bother with the details from the comic book when you can just call him Oswald Cobblepot and name the show the Penguin?
Because then you got to explain why it's called the Penguin.
You don't actually. It's okay.
But
just watch the show.
I also don't have to watch.
Speaking of things you don't have to watch, how excited are you about the Power of the Ring returning?
Well, I'm going to preface
the Rings of Power. There you go. That's the name of this show.
When I was a kid, I would read the trilogy like once a year. My birthday is Saturday.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy pre-birthday, man. We'll call me up. We'll do shots, man.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? We'll all get on the call and do shots. First one that falls out their chair loses.
See, Penguin was really good in Gotham. That was, I don't think that's gonna make that's one for me. That was Penguin running. I mean, he was the compliment to James Gordon, which I personally thought that show had no chance. I was not gonna watch it. I think Dwayne told him it was good. Then just like, all right, let me give it a chance. All right, it's not bad.
No, I think I watched that to review it, so I was watching that.
Okay, and then it got really good. I don't think Penguin's going to have a chance to get really good, even with great performance. I just don't think I'm going to give it a chance to go there.
Yeah, Colin Farrell was great in the Batman. One of my favorite parts of the movie. Now, Sinestro movie. The same deal. I mean, I can't root for the bad guy to do bad guy things. And that's always a problem with these things. It's like, yeah, but do I want this guy to succeed? Or do I want the hero to come to stop him? And if the hero comes to stop him, does he not look like a bully for stopping our main character from accomplishing
the anti-hero thing worked a lot better in the 90s. But I don't think now I think it's a lot easier now. You have real example of bad guys and good guys, and I don't think they actually do enough stuff about just heroes doing good things. It's passe. It's like, no, it's not. Heroes doing heroic things is always going to stand the test of time. When you try and water them down, the Jedi aren't that good. Yeah, you're going to fail. It always happens. You have very little chance of actually sticking around. So, yeah, just stick with villains. Bad, good guys, good.
Let's just say you won't be back for season 2.
Oops.
Y'all seen Cape Crusader? Yes. I haven't finished watching
Loved
it. It's good.
Loved it. I loved it.
Okay.
Now, Jamelin, I was totally wrong, clearly showing how interested I am. The Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings.
We could have had the Sinestro movie if they had let the second Green Lantern movie happen. But
wow.
That was would you? I think we would have all preferred Sinestro be the bad guy. Like you could have had the second movie could have been, here's why Sinestro goes bad if you really need to. But that should have been Green Lantern versus Sinestro. Now, I just actually finished watching Rings of Power season 1 again. I have some hope that it's going to be good.
Wait.
The first season.
What did you think of season 1 then?
Right.
I like to see. I thought the part with the hobbits was boring, and I really didn't understand. It's like, hey, if you're going to start on Rings of Power, you don't have to go in all parts of the Middle-earth world. You need to. Hey, you're saying Warrior Galadriel. Okay, you guys are before Sauron. I want action. I don't want to see little hobbits. I mean, you can give me dwarfs because you say they have a function in this. But I don't need the hobbits. Oh, well, they're bringing Gandalf along. Kick him to the elves. I don't need to see him with the hobbits. I hope they understand that may have been a portion of the show that wasn't as well received. But I think, all right, the elves, the orcs, the men fighting the orcs, that was cool. But just don't have the A story of the whole show be about the hobbit.
Are you a big Tolkien fan, Chase?
No, I am a fan of them. I'm a fan of them. I tried to read.
How you really feel about it?
I tried to read the Lord of the Rings after the movies. I'm like, dude, nah, this ain't gonna happen. I watched the film as a kid, but I'm like, nah, this isn't. Hey, and it took Bilbo 100 years before. I'm sorry, this took Frodo 100 years before he cared about this ring. Nah, that's not as cool. All right, next thing. Yeah. So,
But you like the movies though.
I like the movies, and I like kind of the lore about Lord of the Rings. Like, hey, here's how Morgoth came out. Here's Saruman. Like how to like here's where all the wizards come from, and like kind of I like that stuff. But again, the most uninteresting part of Lord of the Rings is the hobbits, and that's the problem. If you focus on, I'm gonna go to sleep on it.
We didn't even get to see them go to the podiatrist.
Oh my gosh, I'm hairy ass reading Netflix.
Hello, doctor. My feet are too hairy.
Gosh, no.
Yeah, I kind of saw it. I'm not as I haven't gotten into these Sonic movies. I know a lot of people do. Jace, did you like it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Chief, have you seen the Sonic trailer? Sonic 3 trailer?
No.
I haven't seen it.
Who's he hanging with this time?
Isn't Keanu Reeves in this one?
Whoa. Yes. Let's see. Looks like Knuckles and Tails, and then Shadow's showing up. Keanu, I believe, is voicing Shadow. Yeah, he's doing Shadow. Idris Elba's doing Knuckles. And let's see. Yeah.
Shadow. Let me look up what a shadow is.
And Kristen Ritter's going to be there as director Rockwell. So there you go. A lot of comic book heads in this. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully it'll be good. And his kid's excited about it.
He's immortal. Super strength, super speed. He looks like a dark Sonic.
Are we sure he wasn't in Flash season 10?
I didn't see Flash season 10. So
just jokes. He was a speedster. Battle Prime. Look at the Sopranos. You kind of rooted for Tony despite his actions. You know what? I didn't. I stopped watching Sopranos after the first season. It could not keep my interest, and I was like, all right, whatever. These guys are, I don't know. Just couldn't get into them. Norris, you loved it though, huh?
Sopranos. I mean, I watched almost the entire thing. I mean, Chief is the expert on Sopranos, but it was really just the writing for me. And I like character-driven plots, so like they really developed that crew. And but I do understand what you're saying. There's some show my girl watches that won all these awards. It's about this father that wants to hand his company to his kids.
Secession, right?
So, yeah. I could not watch it. There's not one redeemable character. I can't relate to anybody.
Yes.
Oh, that's what makes it so good. It's like a trauma. And I'm like,
nah. They're horrible people. I didn't even guess the first episode. I'm like, I hate them all. It's like everybody, they're such great. No, if you had to deal with these people for a minute, you'd be like, oh gosh, I gotta go get a drink, a bathroom. I gotta watch paint dry. I can't do this now.
Gross.
Exactly. David, no, I'm not missing out. I'm watching it. I really enjoyed it. The last episode I watched was with Catwoman. I'm just slow watching it. But it's been good. I've really enjoyed every episode I've seen so far. What about a Voldemort show? Nope. I can't, like, the only villain who I think could make for a compelling character in a movie or TV show is Destro, because he's got a different moral code than the rest of Cobra, and he kind of has to put up with Cobra Commander because the Baroness, she likes rolling with Cobra. And I think him doing his whole Iron Grenadier thing, that could be fun. He's an arms dealer. So there's some ways they could go with him to make a Destro show or movie interesting. Most of these villain characters, I'm good. They're better being bad than, oh, well, here's some different layers. I don't care about the layers to the bad guys. I want to see them get punched in the face and beaten down. Like, that's their purpose. So I don't need to appreciate the struggles of which led them to becoming a bad guy. Nope. No, thank you. Yeah. What's up, Henry G?
Henry G.
Here's some backup for you, Chief. I hope all is well with you fellas. Chiming in on the Green Lantern movie. I'm with Jace. I didn't hate it, but I did not like the whole Parallax thing. David Thanos says it's Sonic 3. You know, Chief ain't seen it.
Come on, give me a break, man. Listen, they didn't spread out the Sonics. So
wait, what did you just say?
They didn't spread out the Sonics.
Wait, did you need them to spread about every decade?
Well, no, you're saying that's why. Yeah.
That's why I don't watch the other movies, because they spread them out too far. Like, if I'm in high school when the first movie drops, and then I'm 30 when part 2 drops, I'm not interested in part 2. No, high school.
No. The first one came out in 2020. The second one came out in 2022. This new one's come out in 2024.
He's saying he likes the compressed schedule.
I'll watch it because it's not.
Oh, you are going to see this one. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like movies, 10, 15 years apart. I think it's stupid.
We got to show the characters grow through the decades.
Mm.
Oh, the Manhunters would have been fun.
Oh, that would have been something different.
A lot of different ways they could have taken that.
Yeah, that was the problem with a lot of the early DC movies. The Justice League cartoon did a lot of really good work on some of those, like the Manhunter episodes.
Bruce Timm's.
The Bruce Timm animation. They did a lot of good stuff. I think that's what hurt a lot. I'm like, oh, we could do this story. Oh, well, we can't do it like Bruce Timm. It's like, yeah, you can. Like, just rip it off. Here's live action coat of paint on it. Really good. I mean,
yeah, I think every character doesn't need an origin. And putting Al as the experienced veteran Lantern, then meeting up with John, that would have been fun, Jamlin.
Yeah.
By the third, we had the core. And if they want to keep it going, you have a Parallax Tease cliffhanger. I don't know if DC Films can make it to a third chapter. Maybe not even a sequel. I guess Suicide Squad was the only one that had a technical. Well, that and Wonder Woman.
But this idea is actually, if they actually use it, I think that's what they're trying to do with Superman. It's like, all right, you've seen enough Superman origin. We are showing you a DC universe that has been existing, that you know enough of. We're just putting new actors, new stories to go with it. We don't need to go, hey, Superman is the first superhero who's ever existed in the world, and now we'll introduce Batman because you've never heard about Batman. They're like, let's go into this universe, kick it in. It has much more better success chance to me than what they've done in the past.
Well, that's what James Gunn's going to be doing. That was me with Madman.
One episode. Not an origin story.
Huh?
The Superman is not an origin story.
Right.
Okay.
He's going to be Superman. See, that's the reason for you to watch it.
Yeah, Madman was kind of a slog too.
I did get past more than the first season of Mad Men. Right. I really like when the Scarecrow made everybody stop doing things. Pete, I watched the DC Rogue show. I would too if it were just the Flash's rogues. Okay. That could be good.
They have a different moral code, which
I
think that's probably why you would like it, Jeff.
Destro's a great anti-villain. He is. Thanos flying through the galaxy trying to impress Death the early years.
He can do it kind of like the Wonder Years. He has that inner monologue.
It only cost me everything. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Jace, you brought this to my attention. Why don't you break this news? Or share this news. There we go.
All right. So fans, all right, I'm gonna play nice on this one. Fans of the
Acolyte. You don't have to. It's not.
No, I'm not, because I don't try and I hated that show. Let me just get that out of the way. So fans of the Acolyte have started a petition to bring the great show, The Acolyte, back. After its horrible cancellation, unjust cancellation. And to date, only 50,000 people have signed up. That should tell. I mean, if you wanted to know why your show was canceled, that's a great indicator. I have a worldwide IP audience.
Worldwide
is all you can get to sign up for your bring back the garbage show. Sorry, like that's your point. I mean, because you think about how quick it is to fund a HasLab of stuff people actually want. but an actual TV show that has a worldwide audience, 50,000 people. That should tell you, okay, maybe the review bombs and all the other things that we assume were taking place are not accurate. No one liked this show.
There's not enough people liked it. Some people did like it. Don't discount those 50,000. Or maybe even 100,000 people that liked it.
Again, if you liked it, that should understand, hey, maybe I'm not in the majority. You start your own, you start a comic book, and maybe you can make sense of this story. Like I think that's if you think this is a good thing, all right. You pitch your idea to Kathleen Kennedy. I can make a great comic book. I can make this all make sense. But I'm not getting $180 million budget deal. So good luck.
Jalen says a fan of Farscape, Firefly, and Timeless. Good luck.
Each one of those shows I watched. I didn't watch Farscape, but Firefly, that was a really good season of show. And then when you see the movie, you're like, oh, that's how you wrap it out? Okay. You sure you don't want to try and get another season?
The scorched earth.
Man, they're like, we are not revisiting this. Get over it, people. And Timeless.
That was on NBC.
Hey, that got to 2 seasons of time. You got 2 seasons, and then they didn't even get a chance to like wrap it up in a movie. That's what sucked about that. C-SPAN might have actually the story will actually make sense.
Who's Timeless about?
Timeless was by the guy who made Heroes. That's the first.
Don't hold it against it.
So the story was time travel's been invented, but there's a evil organization that's trying to use the time machines to control how the world has been working. But you actually find out they've actually been doing this thing throughout history, and another group is trying to stop them. You got to figure out which side you're actually with. And they screw up history all the time. And it's unlike Legends of Tomorrow. They actually understand they screw up and like, this wasn't what we wanted to do. So it has repercussions. And
is it worth a watch?
It was. If you didn't know the story didn't actually wrap up, I think you would actually like it. It's just when you find out there's never going to be an ending, it's over. That's the only part that does work with her.
Yeah. Chief has 0 chance of seeing that.
Not a chance.
Actually,
once they cancel, I'm never going to a canceled show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a waste.
Because you get too invested in the characters.
Yeah. Now I'll go to a show and watch a show that I haven't seen that finished, but I won't do a canceled show.
Yeah. Like every time I think about, hey, you know what I like to watch? Jupiter's Legacy, and then I'm like,
that was the worst. That was, man. Oh gosh, But I think that's the problem on some of these things. They write and create with the assumption we're gonna keep going. Now you could have like a post-credit tease for here's what could happen next, but you got to tell the full story. And that was the problem with the Acolyte. She was like, well, I've got multiple seasons. I don't have to do anything. I can have 8 episodes and make 2 of them told from different perspectives. That's how I've got it. Whoa, what do you mean I can't do more? Yeah, so your whole the good twin turning to the dark side, we're never gonna know what happens. And I'm okay with that, because it was terrible.
Yeah.
By the way, Chief, the pilot was black. They needed him to travel, and they were going back to time periods where that became an issue. That's good.
No, and unlike Legends of Tomorrow, which had the worst time travel of a black person in the 1700s, it was like annoying. Like, no, he would not be able. It's like,
it was like the 50s. It was like, what are you doing?
No,
that's right. Right. He was also around.
So like, this is Firestorm. Do you understand how seeing half of that is a black man? There's that's getting changed. Like, just straight up, that's not happening. And if you were in the 50s and you have that much fire, sun's gonna change too. History's wrecked. For all the stuff Sarah and all them did, Firestorm would have toasted that. Like, not a chance. But in Timeless, they always were like, he was the black pilot was always like, you could see the rage in him, and that was why I was like, okay, I can't interfere, but dang, I want to. And then I think he did interfere because he's like, I can't stand this. This is ridiculous. So,
now, how frustrating was the lack of an ending? Was it kind of a, okay, I can imagine, piece together my imagination where it could go, or just like a, hey, we'll see you next week, guys. Oh, actually, we won't.
They kind of did. It was on NBC. It was on my DVR. I've never actually watched the last episode because they canceled it.
Oh, wow.
And it was, but they were trying to leave that breadcrumb. Just, hey, can you give us a movie to wrap it up? Like, we know we're not going to get to season 3, but can you give us a movie to just an hour-long show, 2 maybe, to wrap it up? So I understand that. What's going on, Ryan?
No, you're plenty of time for Dummy of the Week. Oh, Chamberlain says it was very frustrating, but they had a 2-part special that kind of wrapped it up.
Okay. See, it's on my Hulu, so I'm always like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to watch it because they didn't wrap it up. But okay, kind of wrapped it up. I'll take it.
80s Kid says, I don't know what show you guys are talking about. The last Star Wars show I thought was Bad Batch. That's untrue, sir. Because you were telling me that Saul was the greatest Jedi Master. He surpassed Qui-Gon Jinn. And I was like, hey, what's this?
Definitely did not remember that.
Right. He was like, Agent K, look at this pen. I remember going, really, 80s? Who saw Who's Johnny? She said. Oh, man. All right. So that was that. Acolyte petition going nowhere, thankfully.
Yes.
More. Oh, okay. Interesting. Homicide is finally streaming after 20 years. So every other show takes a backseat for me. What was Homicide's tagline? Life on the streets. So let me get a sense how you guys are feeling about this. We know a Vision show is coming to Disney Plus, maybe next year, and it's going to continue the adventures of Paul Bettany's Vision. And now we're learning that Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch will be appearing on the show, but she won't be the only returning MCU member. If you do know, don't say it, but who would make the most sense?
Okay.
It's all good, 80s. I'm just playing around.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Who would make the most sense?
For a Vision show.
For a Vision show?
We're
talking after WandaVision, or are we talking before that?
This is a character we've seen in the MCU.
Is like a regular character?
No.
Just
this
like
character has been in one MCU project. Oh, man.
I know the answer. That's why I can't say it.
See if you got a guess.
It's been in one MCU project. Have they had their own show, or is it? Are you serious? It ain't bad.
Oh, man.
It was the twerk scene.
The troll work is amazing.
Ryan is quite good.
All right, so the answer is Unicron. No, not Unicron. Ultron. Ultron, James Spader's character, will be back in Vision. What do you think? I mean, I never thought that Age of Ultron was going to be the last we saw of Ultron. It was just impossible for them to get every shred of Ultron out. And I figured that one Vision blasted was this one's a decoy. So I'm kind of intrigued by this and interested to see where it goes, but I also don't want Ultron to be so chump that Vision and Scarlet Witch are the only two needed to beat him after it took the entire Avengers squad plus 3 other characters to beat him, even though that guy was too slow to see the bullets, even though he could run at super speed.
It didn't happen. Don't worry. They're going to bring him back. Just. Oh, gosh.
Ultron was a good villain. He was.
Oh man, I'm down for that one.
Oh yeah, that's a fun show. He's writing it down in the pad, in the notepad.
I am putting it down.
I think Ultron would be cool to have back. I think you could have him as flashback, kind of almost he's in Vision's mind, and it's almost this devil on his shoulder. Like, this is why I created you. You knew why I created you, and you've seen humanity. You've had years. I tried to tell you what they were about. The Mind Stone kind of told you, but I'm your actual creator. So I think that could be interesting. And then you could have maybe Ultron gets back on the net or something after an interaction with Vision. And then you can bring back Ultron.
What do y'all think? Chief Norris?
I mean, I loved that was actually one of my favorite Marvel movies. And I thought that the character was really well done. So it could be interesting. I think it depends on how they decide to bring him back. Like Jay said, like if he's like that thought in the back of Vision's mind, that could be interesting. I don't know. I think it's promising.
Chief, you care?
I don't even want to see a Vision show, let alone an Ultron show. So
Ultron
think of the Scarlet Witch
in Vision. What did you say?
He said something about Scarlet.
I'm sorry. I was saying, what did you think of the Scarlet Witch? Did you watch that?
I watched the Scarlet Witch, but I've always hated the Vision. For the Marvel movies, I didn't like. He seemed like useless. Like every time you saw Vision, he was getting whooped. Every fight,
he was underpowered. I mean,
yeah, every fight you saw him, he was getting whooped. He got beat up by when they caught him in Germany or wherever they were.
But
those people. He got beat up by Thanos. He was like, you never saw Vision do anything. I saw him. The only thing I can remember him doing is flying over top of Spider-Man for a quick second. And I was like, oh, what's Vision doing here? So, I mean, right. Yep. I mean, what's he doing there? So
he shot the Skrull Rhodey too.
Yeah, I'm not looking for. I don't care about a Vision, man. I don't. So, let those who enjoy him. I won't be one of them. So I don't care if he's fighting Ultron or Godzilla.
Do you think they would do like a West Coast Avengers into that Vision show?
Their problem was, and I definitely think it has a lot to do with, you have Tony Stark, you have Thor. If you make Vision, like there was one moment in Age of Ultron where the three of them were destroying, obliterating him before Hulk came through. I thought that was cool, kind of showing like, hey, Vision's on this level with them. Mm-hmm. He's a really hard character to then go, all right, well, this team's really underpowered. Oh yeah, this guy's flying around. So Vision did have some cool moments in Civil War, but that was the only time he was really allowed to shine fighting his fellow Avengers. And you notice in Civil War, he was the only one that wasn't there when they were fighting Crossbones and his crew at first, because he would have taken the fight out really quickly. And I think he's just a hard character to work around with any limitations because he's really strong. So they have to do the Superman, oh, it's somebody with magic, and oh, there's somebody with kryptonite, really quick in every fight to take him out, to make Black Widow, Falcon relevant in these battles where he should be the heavy hitter. Now, whenever hopefully we get this new assembled Avengers, they could then make Vision the powerhouse that he needs to be right alongside Thor. And Ryan says, it'll honestly be interesting hearing Ultron deliver lines not written by Josh Whedon. That character is on Whedon's voice and viewpoint. Yes, exactly. I'm with you, because it's like, stop with the jokes. Ultron doesn't make jokes.
There's no strings on me.
Right.
All right, don't try.
Kind of cheap.
Thank you, Parks. You know what I mean? This is just it wasn't cool.
But you're not gonna like woke vision.
Who woke vision?
Yeah.
As much as I don't like woke people, let alone woke vision. So yeah, no, go to sleep. Put Vision to sleep.
I better see Tigress. That's what I was thinking.
Tigra, not Tigra.
What's going on with the Wonder Man property?
It's done basically, and they just haven't announced the release date. So it's probably going to sit on the shelf alongside Ironheart, which has been done for a while. They're just like, hey, we don't want to flood the market with stuff people don't like, so let's spread it out.
Let's spread the trash out. What?
Right. Let's make it better. It's sitting on the shelf.
Makes it go down easier.
I mean, that's the same idea they did with Borderlands. Hey, this movie sucks. Don't worry. We'll just let it sit on and try. We'll find a dead period where nobody wants to see a movie, and we'll try and release
heroes.
Right. You doing anything this weekend? Maybe give it a shot.
We're not going to market it for sure.
West Coast Avengers would be dope. Wonder Man, War Machine, etc. Right.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of frustrating. Being a long time Marvel fan, like you could just do this, and now we'll do an Agatha show. What's Agatha?
Oh,
show?
now that one you lost me on.
I will happily give you directions to where I'm at, because oh man, I mean, of all the great Marvel characters, let's do a show about Scarlet Witch's nursemaid mentor witch, Agatha Harkness.
Because she was entertaining on the WandaVision, but that was somebody, hey, that's a cute character. That should have been, haha, we're not going to go forward. That's a laugh in the room, everyone, but she was like, yeah, but we could do a show. No. Just no. Like, yeah.
Not going to be able to do that.
Lost me on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's why her? I mean, there's still so many good characters. They could have done Thunderbolts right.
I mean, here's the other problem is, in your long-term forecast, you're trying to get to at some point Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars. Hey, we need to have we need a giant amount of heroes to go into these movies. These are going to be our next Avengers. We need to build up some new characters. Minor C-level bad guys, not useful. I mean, this is why you don't need a Madam Web, even though this is in another universe. You don't need another Madam Web. But hey, we're going to not use this. Is going to be a C-level character. We
need Madam Web though? Oh
my gosh, that wasn't as bad as. I mean, that was bad, but it wasn't half as bad as some of the other movies we clown this year. So.
See also Tyler Perry's.
Tyler Perry keeps him afloat.
Right. Actually, Madam Web was not that bad. It was just poorly executed. Like, it really wasn't. I mean, they were making it sound like it was the worst movie ever, and it was not that. And I don't know if that just softens the blow, but I was bored watching it more than thinking it's a terrible movie.
I'm trying to think if anybody's seen the last Fantastic Four movie or an Eternals and Madam Web. I don't think Madam Web's gonna come out on the bottom. Like,
kids like Ninja Turtles anymore?
Yeah, I mean they've done a really good job of keeping it fresh and revitalizing and making it appealing to a new generation every 5 or 7 years. So the next kid group gets too old, we got a new Turtles for y'all. And us older heads, we'll just stick to our nostalgia. Don't change anything. And they're still populating new generations of Ninja Turtle fans.
The last one I thought was really good. I really did.
Yes, Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they have a show based on that aesthetic on Paramount Plus, but that's why. That is why. I mean, yeah, Jamelin, it's so weak because Oh, everybody's talking about Mobius. Let's get in on the fun, Bob. Yes, Mobius. It's Mobius time. No. You're making fun of me.
No.
Right.
Leave the room here, people. It's not what you want.
Fan for stick. Madam Web looks less dusty than Borderlands. Yeah, Madam Web's biggest problem was just, why are we doing a story on Madam Web?
It just, none of it made sense. Even like Ezekiel being in that kind of Spider-Man costume. I never watched it because, again, I'm like, it looks like people who are messing with the property that they don't really understand.
Let me tell you something, bro. When you do tonight, after you get off the cast, man, settle down, grab you some popcorn, butter, salt, oregano. Pull up Disney Plus.
Nope,
Netflix. Pull up Netflix and settle right then and there and enjoy Madam Web, man. And by the time the show ends, it'll almost be like when we watched The Matrix and you stood up and started clapping. Do the same for Madam Web, man.
Now he's lying to you.
And you will start clapping.
How many viewings did it take you to finish Madam Web again?
I was late though. It was late, bro. It was late. Y'all know I get up early, man. So when I get into bed at 10 o'clock, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Look at me. Exhaustion in my face right now.
That's dramatic. I'm exhausted.
So it took me a few nights to get through Madam Web, but whoo!
And it was worth it.
What? Yes, bro. You're gonna enjoy it, man. It is like they thought it out so well.
I appreciate that.
And the fact they went with a younger Madam Web that's clairvoyant. I'm like, why do you younger Madam Web? But then you see, because there's running scenes, and you know the older Madam Web wasn't going to be able to do the running.
Not going to be able to do it.
He's not going to be able. Yeah, it's not going to happen. And so, listen. Let me tell you something. It's going to be great. You're going to enjoy it, and I want you to enjoy it. And when you finish, call me. I'll be up.
Right. Oregano on the popcorn. That should tell me right there.
The oregano.
How much?
And if you feel frisky, throw a little paprika. And you'll enjoy it. Like I said, paprika, oregano with the butter. Yeah. So you'll enjoy Madam Web, man. And as our viewers did. Our viewers enjoyed Madam Web. Everybody was like, oh, man, Madam Web was fantastic. I wish you had gone back because you weren't on here at the time. The whole chat line was with Madam Web lovers.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
None of them are here tonight, though.
Right. MWLs, the Madam Web lovers.
Right.
So you get it on there. And matter of fact, you and Blake can do a watch along. He'll be up.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know how I enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm not going to recommend that, but
the oregano on the popcorn or the move or both.
Just the oregano.
Just
from the paprika to the oregano to settling down to watching Madam Web. If you have nothing else to do, I mean, it's just a time killer. Like if you're sick in bed and can't change the remote, okay, whatever. But it's not one to go, I want to be entertained. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not. Again, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have watched. What is it?
Blake. It's all good, Blake.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like they, to be honest, they cast the lead as they were trying to get the 50 Shades of Grey audience to go.
50 Shades of Grey. That's about as much as they got from that movie.
And unfortunately, they didn't actually watch Dakota Johnson's performance in those movies.
What are you talking about? She is a fantastic actor.
Greatest actress ever.
This is I'm excited. I'm scared.
That's the time to watch him. You can't move. You're just stuck. Like, all right, I guess I'm gonna watch this trash.
And you it, and then you got Dakota. It's just I'm not even on the screen with it. It's just whoo. So yeah, you're gonna love it. And she continues to great acting in Madam Web, and that's what makes it special because she really gives her heart to it.
That's what she gets. But I mean, that heart is flatline.
I felt like I was there in the movie with them.
The straight face is amazing. I'm very impressed with that.
I'm not putting you under a lie detector, man.
He's got that little pin. All right. So now it's well past 9:00. And I don't know how we did this again. But so here's the assignment again for those of you who are coming in late. I was like, hey, I was watching. What was I watching? Al Pacino. He was in Any Given Sunday. And I was like, man, there was a point where Al Pacino was in something. I was there. Great. I know it's going to be awesome. I remember what it was. It was Knox Goes Away. Really solid in that. I mean, it's a really good current day Al Pacino performance. And I was like, oh, he's not, let me tell you, he wasn't doing all that. He was just being cool and smooth, and it was good. And I was like, what was the last time I would say Al Pacino was great in something? It's like, it's been a minute. Been a long, long time. So I put it out to you all. What were some of the last good performances of, some of your favorite actors? And since I went with Al Pacino first, let me go with the last great one. I mean, good enough. It's fine. But one, I was like, he is doing his part in this movie to make it really good. Maybe even carrying some moments. So for Al Pacino, the last one I said for him was Ocean's 13, way back in 2007. He was really great as that obnoxious casino owner. Like, let me tell you something. When you mess with luck, he was really good. And it kind of played up on his old mob Godfather films. But he wasn't going so over the top. He's nice and subdued. And I think sometimes he goes like, I got to overact because, I don't have it like I used to. But he was really good in that. And that was the last really great Pacino performance for me. He was still on fire at Heat. I'd say Any Given Sunday, he was just as good at that point. But yeah, he was solid in that. And he's one of my favorite Pacino performances. Eddie Murphy's last good movie was, you know what? Omega 575. Eddie Garcia in the Ocean movies. Probably true too.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? We're just one. We'll keep rolling until we run out.
I'm gonna go first because I'm afraid someone's gonna steal mine. But I'd say Mel Gibson, Braveheart.
Yeah,
he's kind of canceled, right? But
no, he's not kind of. He's done. He ain't kind of canceled.
But I mean, that was a phenomenal. It just showed what kind of actor he was at that time.
That's solid.
Chief, I
haven't watched it.
Is it on me now?
It's all on you now.
The Mel Gibson thing threw me off.
I knew that's why I have. I need to let him sit for a little bit.
88 minutes. I don't like either. Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern.
Thank you. Damn you, Thanos. Arnold Schwarzenegger, True Lies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I think after that, you just kind of, I don't think any of his movies hit. I love True Lies. Like when I walked out of True Lies, I was like, damn, that joint was funny. It was exciting. And I don't think any of his movies since then have hit me the same way. Even like I liked End of Days, but I didn't love it like True Lies.
I think I saw that with you at Greenbelt.
That's a long time ago, brother. That's a long time ago. But yeah, man, fantastic movie, True Lies, and I think that was his last like really great movie.
Hey, Chief, wait. I take umbrage to this. All right, so
okay.
Jingle All the Way was after it, and so too was Batman and Robin.
Is he serious? You can't be serious.
No, I'm not. I'm about as serious as you were from Adam Webb.
Right. I don't know what to say. He's not serious.
No, he's so
True Lies. Serious. True Lies was amazing.
Did you ever see Escape Plan though?
Who?
Escape
Plan. Oh, yeah.
With him and Stallone on the boat?
Yeah.
I remember, but I didn't see all the movie. But again, it wouldn't have hit me like True Lies.
He was pretty solid in that.
I mean, I'm not saying he didn't have solid movies. I'm saying great movies I thought were great. That after I finished the movie, I was like, yo, fantastic movie. And I don't think I've done that with anything after that.
Yeah.
Insomnia.
He was great in Insomnia. The only reason I put that was because it was after. I mean, it was before what's his face? Ocean's 13. But he was great in Insomnia.
Yeah.
True Lies was good, says David Thanos. Jalen says True Lies was great.
True Lies, baby. Him and Tom Arnold. It was action-packed, hilarious. And then Jamie Lee Curtis. And she was amazing in that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I found it a lot harder to find like a long stretch with actresses. Because Jamie Lee was good in Knives Out. I mean, it's just like she's really solid. And then Everything, Everywhere, and that long title that I always continue to drop. Rick Cage, Michael Clark Duncan is Kilowog. Green Lantern is awesome. Thank you.
Oh, sure.
No, he's actually dead up serious. He's dead up serious, Chief. You don't have to have your sarcasm shields up. He is a hardcore Green Lantern fan. I can vouch for Rick Cage.
I mean, he was actually. I mean, Kilowog was. I mean, there was a lot of good pieces in Green Lantern. Like again, I own it.
Jamelin, Eraser was solid. His performance in Maggie, right? He was good in Maggie too. Yeah, I was surprised because he's been really good for what he is as an actor. And did you see The Last Stand, Chief?
Yeah. I'm not saying the movies. He didn't have good movies afterwards. I'm saying this was his last great one.
That was his
movie to me. I'm not saying that he went and fell off a cliff. I'm saying that his last great movie where I was like, damn, that movie was amazing, was True Lies to me. I mean, he's had movies that I've gone in there and been like, yeah, that's, like I said, and the days I enjoyed. But I didn't feel the same way about it that I did True Lies when I walked out the theater. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Not even Terminator Dark Fate?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just check.
I'm going to come take your chair. You'll be doing this next show with the kitchen chair in there.
I was going to mention Last Stand. It wasn't mind blowing, but I liked it. It was still Arnold. Yeah, exactly. I really dug that too. I feel like he was doing some really solid stuff. Huh?
Was that him?
Yeah, Jamie Alexander was in it. Like I dug that because he looked like Superman, but he knew he wasn't. And he wasn't trying to sell like I'm Superman still. He was like, I'm old Superman. Retired. Terrence Howard, Hustle and Flow. That's a good one, Henry G. Chris Tucker, Rush Hour.
I like I said,
3?
Aren't they doing another
one? Yes, they are. Jace, it's all on you now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Leonardo DiCaprio. And the last great movie was The Great Gatsby. Anything else was kind of. I mean, he's not bad and stuff, but that was the last one that I truly loved his movie. Like, I like Don't Look Up. But yeah, everything else has been kind of all right. I mean, like The Revenant. I didn't really want to see that. So.
The Revenant.
Have you seen it?
I did. Okay. But I just it was
best performances to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so funny because I'm like, how did this dude? Why did they give him? Every time people go, oh, Denzel had to do this to get an Oscar. All right, Leonardo DiCaprio's Revenant performance is one of his, and they gave him an Oscar for that. I was like, oh, come on, he deserved it more for Gatsby, and I thought, in terms of being a force of nature performance, he's way better than Wolf of Wall Street. Like he carried that movie. With all that, he was just unbridled charisma in that thing. And it was like, yeah, this is him acting. Revenant was like, hey, dude, you want to talk every 20 minutes in this movie? Yeah, okay.
They never give it to them for the movie they deserve.
They don't. They do not.
I remember Spacey won it for American Beauty the year that Denzel should have won it for Malcolm. Then they gave it to Denzel for Training Day. No, I'm sorry, I got that. It was Clint Eastwood. Was it Clint Eastwood won it?
That wouldn't surprise me but I think the year that Spacey won was probably one of those. American Beauty was winning everything that year.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of those you had no chance against that movie.
But that is an overrated movie.
I did like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. That's with Summer Gao, right?
Mm-hmm. You would like that.
I did enjoy that. I love Summer.
Yeah.
I like fall. Jamelin, Wolf of Wall Street and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood were both better than Gatsby, in my humble opinion. He was solid in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, too. Plus, he gave us one of the eternal memes or gifts. So, yeah, I mean, any of those. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, he played a great character. Yeah. Like,
he was very unlikable in Django. I just liked him very well. So that was a good role.
Well, now you have my attention. Yeah, he's been solid. Let's see. Oh, is it my turn?
It's your turn again.
We just mentioned him, so I'll put up Kevin Spacey. He, of course, of the infamous cancellation closet. Baby Driver. I thought he was really good playing a slimy, sleazy, despicable bad guy. And that was 2017. So that was the last really good, great Kevin Spacey performance because I so believed him. And that's always the catch. Like he looked past the actor, and I thought he was really good in that. Yeah.
What was the show that basically got him canceled?
House of Cards.
House of Cards. He was really good in that, and it was his. I mean, he just his antics just caught up to him.
His antics.
Oh yeah.
I've got a trick. Would you like to see it, Bobby? David Thanos, Edward Norton, 25th Hour. He was excellent in that. And that's like his most underrated performance, I think. It was interesting because this weekend Primal Fear was on. And it was at that last moment of the movie. It's like, oh, wow. Couldn't really hear it as well because, other stuff was going on. But I remember watching that like, oh, this guy's a great actor. And he did really good stuff. And I'm with you. I thought 25th Hour was a great role and performance from him. Norris. I had to catch myself again. Both S names are about to come out. I was like, stop it. Look at the screen. What you got?
For my
what's your next one?
Oh, my next? Well, I'd say, you know what? Brendan Fraser, The Mummy. I know he did The Whale and he got all that attention for that, but I just wasn't feeling that,
Right.
But I was a huge fan of that franchise when he was in it.
Yeah, that seemed like a good case where an actor had a role that was perfect for him, and he was really good in it too.
Yeah.
Chief is diligently looking at his list. Who shall be next? As you stroke the beard, contemplate where you will go next.
I'm gonna go De Niro Casino.
I just watched Casino. That's interesting that you mentioned that. Great in that one.
I went through and I looked at the rest of his work since that time, and he got into a lot of comedies and he did a lot of but that was his last real, like, that Casino was one of the last great ones, I think, from De Niro. And if you look on, it's like nothing really to me jumps out that page at you and says, yeah. So now I looked at the Irishman. It didn't strike me as great. Again, Casino was a great movie, to me.
That was great, Chief. I'll sign off.
You have to put a caveat on it. That was
well, because I know I'm a cinephiles. But yeah, it was a great movie, and everything after that was it was, he did some decent stuff. Like I always say, they got decent stuff out there, but Casino was that monster.
And interesting because I put De Niro on my list too. I put him up for Hands of Stone. That was him. He was surprisingly good for that one because I was not expecting that to be any good. He was against Stallone in that. Kevin Hart was playing a great Kevin Hart role, not in the spotlight. Able to come in with some comedy, bounce right back out. So yeah, but I really enjoyed him in that. Did you ever see that one, Chief?
No, I did not.
It's solid. I think you might enjoy it. Let's see, Snugly. I'll take Heat over Casino.
But which one came first? Casino came after Heat, didn't it?
I don't know if that's true. Let me see here. Bobby D
was 94, 95.
What? I want to say it was early.
Wow, he was probably 95 if I am thinking right away. So let's see when Casino was. That's
early 90s.
It's like right after. Let's see. He's done a lot of stuff. All right, let's see. Casino, there's Goodfellas. Casino was 95. Jeez. Casino was 95. So was Heat. Man, you got a better 95 than him.
Gosh.
Good grief. I'll take Oscars for both of these. He was 95. Goodfellas is 92.
I like Casino more than I did Heat.
Go.
Yeah, so.
Casino is my favorite mob movie, says David Thanos.
More than Goodfellas, David Thanos?
Yeah. Casino, the unraveling at the end is really, I mean, that's what puts it over for me.
Casino?
Yeah. Joe Pesci, just, yeah. I'm
gonna walk in the bank Monday morning and I'm gonna crack you. I'm like, hey, bro. Hey, yeah. That joint is just the dynamic between him and Ginger, Pesci and Ginger, the bosses, the back room, the why take a chance line. What do you think, Remo? You know,
right.
Guys, but like
I always say,
I take a chance.
Like, wait, are you gonna make me crack your skull for Johnny freaking?
Yeah, man. I mean, that movie was just, yeah. So, Casino.
All right, let me see here. Jamie has another question, but I have one. I'm going to go back through with him because I want to see if that is true. Bad Wolf Prime said Jennifer Lawrence in well, I got nothing. Jennifer Lawrence has a bum rap for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why. These X-Men films. But she was really, really good in
Hunger Games, American Hustle.
Right. But that was, she finished her last Mockingjay Part 2 was after American Hustle. But I would think if you wanted to pinpoint like one of her great films, American Hustle was really good. And she did have a great breakdown in that one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Now, you said Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks. Let me see if I can find one where he's no longer the captain now. All right, let's see. This would be an interesting roll through here with him. Not producer, actor. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Oops, where did we go? All right, so many things.
You got to click twice on actors.
Yeah, I hate the way they do that. It's so annoying. Let's see. Oh, I assume we're not going to count Toy Story 4.
Yeah, I can't count that.
He's really good in Sully. I really liked him in Sully and British Spies. I thought it was excellent. Where is Captain Phillips? And I really liked him in Saving Mr. Banks. So those three, if I were going to go with one of those, I'd say British Spies. I thought he was excellent in that one. But
yeah.
Right,
Norris. I don't know. What did you do?
Okay, so it's Casino Sharon Stone's last best. She ever have a best? Fatal Attraction would be her best, I would think.
I enjoy Slither. Oh no, yeah, and Basic Instinct.
Did I said Fatal Attraction? Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, Basic Instinct and Slither.
I was on the Michael Douglas with Blondes Coming for him. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think if she's had another one since then, but I kind of maybe we should say Catwoman.
What?
No, okay. No takers.
Nothing. Nope.
Just making sure everybody's still awake out here. Let's see here. What has she done that could be in this category? I have to click to see more.
Quick and the Dead.
Huh?
The Quick and the Dead.
I think that was after Casino.
Yeah. I'm kidding. There's nothing. If it's not Basic Instinct, if it's not Slither, it's not Casino. There's nothing.
Basic Instinct 2?
No.
Oh gosh, no.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, that was whew, that was terrible.
Basic Instinct running back.
I'm scrolling too far. I don't know. Maybe we should just watch along Catwoman. You got to see how the mob controls Vegas. What else can you ask for?
Yeah.
As far as mob movies, it's either Godfather Part 1 or Part 2 for me. I like the more controlled chaos of those films than the Scorsese. But, that's just because I don't think Scorsese does real cinema.
Oh,
He'll disagree.
Clutch my girls.
I'm just teasing Norris. That was me trolling. He is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I love Casino, Goodfellas, and all those. But De Niro and Pacino were so cool. Exactly. They were great. Casino was a longer, more dramatic Goodfellas. Not that I'm complaining, says Mark A. Cruise, Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow.
He's great at it.
It's a great movie. But the Mission Impossibles haven't really gone
Maverick.
Maverick.
Maverick. You're not. That's the hard one for me. I actually love Edge of Tomorrow, but Maverick is freaking phenomenal.
Maybe I'd say Emily Blunt for Looper. Hanks for me is Saving Private Ryan. Oh man, you went way back. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go with my controversial one. All right. Denzel Washington. Last great one, Flight.
All right, let's see here. Denzel.
I
feel like the problem is he's like consistently great, so it's harder. Did you see him in Macbeth?
I loved.
I was only on what was it, Apple?
I loved it.
Oh, because he's really good in the tragedy of Macbeth.
Macbeth. No.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like Macbeth was, what was it? That was, I read the book of that when they were saying that was going to be like kind of the basis of Revenge of the Sith. So I was like, oh, this is a really good story. So, but yeah, I sadly didn't see the movie. So
it's good.
I heard he's going really good in this new movie called Gladiator too.
Like even gosh, not the Training Day. What's the drink? The Inquisitor.
Equalizer.
Like in Equalizer, he's really good in those movies. It's just that was to me like his. Because I think I was watching like Flight probably like a couple months ago. He is just so like that is his. It's like that is his movie. That was so good. Like him just at the end when he breaks down, like I was high. I'm high right now. That was like good God.
Oh yeah, I'm drunk right now.
Awesome. Like,
yeah. The thing about Denzel Washington is when you go to see Denzel Washington, you know what you're getting, and he can give a great performance seemingly without trying. I felt like Macbeth. You got to see those chops that you're talking about in Flight.
Yeah, man.
And I always go back to Fences. That's like with Portier. I love Heat of the Night. That's my Sydney movie right there. Is Heat of the Night. They called me Mr. Tibbs. I love that that performance. And for Denzel, it was Fences, but any Denzel movie, it's hard to say. Like I've never seen him like phone anything in. I've never seen it. I've never walked away like his heart wasn't in that.
Right. He was just there for the check.
Yeah, right. Denzel has definitely not hit the "I'm here for the paycheck" stage in his career.
No, hopefully he never does.
Right. Blake, Sam Jackson, Jackie Brown. This might be controversial because he's a great actor, presenting a lot. Just, hey, listen, I'm not gonna fight you. I just watched Jackie Brown. I've been watching a lot of movies, clearly. But he was really, really good there.
Oh man.
And it was one of those deals where I was like, why was Robert Forster nominated for Best Supporting Actor over Jackson? Because Jackson was great in that. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, what are we doing? And
I agree.
It was that Creed thing where it's like, you pick out Sylvester Stallone's performance? Okay. I mean,
did you watch
his Pam Grier was really good in Jackie Brown. Samuel Jackson, really good. Thought De Niro was pretty funny playing against type in Jackie Brown. Robert Forster's character is fine, but he's like the most boring, basic dude in the whole film.
Yeah. He has kind of an arc, though, I think. That might have been what appealed. Like, you know what I mean? For such a straight guy, right? Yeah. And then he's like, he's listening to Delphonics, you know, and I don't know, maybe that was the appeal. And again, with Sam Jackson, is very similar to Denzel, right? You know what you're getting. Sam Jackson performance is Sam Jackson performance. Right. It's always great, but it's Sam Jackson.
And you don't know how bad the movie's going to be or the TV show. Shout out Secret Invasion once again, but he's going to be good in it. He's like wearing Teflon. No matter what he's in, he's going to come out clean.
Right.
That's why he can take whatever.
Like, y'all may be messing around.
We're right. But I'm right here. I'm good.
If you write it, I will do it. Right.
But Roman J. Israel was good too.
It was, yeah.
Snipes, Blade. Actually, I'd say Deadpool, Wolverine. But Book of Eli is underrated. Yes. It's one of those I feel like it's like Sixth Sense, where if people spoil it, you don't appreciate it as much if you haven't seen it before, you know, the twist reveal.
Yeah. That was a cold movie.
Yeah, exactly. In the Line of Fire.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Chief, you got another one?
Oh, it's back to me again? I feel like it got back to me quickly. Eddie Murphy Life.
Have you seen My Name is Dolomite?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I did not enjoy that the way I did.
Oh, you didn't?
Not the way I did Life.
All right.
Life to be a great movie, and I haven't seen a great movie from Eddie Murphy to me since then.
Have you seen Dreamgirls?
I said what I said.
Wow. I figured you might not have watched Dreamgirls. That's why I was asking. The silence. Okay. I'm gonna let the silence be your guide.
Anyway.
He'd actually leave, but he'd have to ask Jeff to come back in.
This camera protest and mutes Mike. All right, let's see. For Amy Adams, I did find one. Arrival.
That was what I got too.
Yes,
she is great. So good in that,
and she's good in other things, but she carried that movie so well. Did she get an Oscar for it, or was she jobbed?
I think she
should have. And I was very excited, you know, hearing about her. Maybe I wasn't very excited. I was like, she could do that. Nominated. That's terrible. Yeah, she should have won for Arrival. She was really good in American Hustle too, though. Hey, welcome back, Chief.
There it goes.
It was a short protest, but it was protest.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta give him one. You know what I mean?
Got your one. Norris, what's next for you?
Shia LaBeouf, Peanut Butter Falcon.
You got me on that one. I haven't seen that one. I thought you were gonna say Transformers 3.
There's an Acolyte Peanut Butter Falcon?
What's that?
Who? Who's your actor?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I thought he said Trial from Above, the Peanut Butter Falcon. So I'm like, what movie is that?
You were confused on all of it. I like the internship too.
Yeah, I haven't seen Shia in anything. That Peanut Butter Falcon, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I would highly rate that. Highly recommend that. But I haven't seen him in anything really. I think he's a good actor. I think he just never really found his
I liked him in the movie with Disturbia.
Just he was good in Disturbia, yeah.
He probably needs a better agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through his roles. Yeah, he needs a better agent. I'm with you. He is good. Yeah, Crystal Skull, career killer.
Amazing film.
Was it Digging Holes?
Oh, I think it was just called Holes, wasn't it?
Holes, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was decent in that.
All right, Jace, what you got?
My next one I'm gonna go with is George Clooney, Ocean's 13.
What year is Ocean's 13? 2007. Yeah. I had him on my list too. I have him for Gravity. He was great in that half moment of the movie he's in.
That's why I couldn't count Gravity, because I'm like, you're not in this movie. Like, yeah, the movie, good. You're not in this movie.
Yeah, he did.
Let's see. All right, well, final round. Let's see. Where will I go then? Oh man, I forgot to write down the movie. Let's go with Clive Owen. I had Bruce Willis, but I feel like I'd have to go back a while. Clive Owen, Shoot 'Em Up, 2007. It's just so fun. And he just came off like the coolest anti-hero in that movie, just doing all these trick gunshots and hanging out with Monica Bellucci, and like, this dude's the man. And I thought he carried it really well. And he's been fine in other stuff, but I thought he was a real big time A-level star from that one. Just like I thought watching him in Sin City.
So you serious then?
Oh, I'm very serious.
You didn't like Shoot 'Em Up?
You know what, man? Shoot 'Em Up was cool.
Fury. Oh, that's right. He was in Fury.
True. The last great film. I don't know how I would consider Shoot 'Em Up great.
That's their film, their performance.
I don't consider Shoot 'Em Up great. It was more like
Did y'all like Child and Man?
It's like a comedy. Like a funny, like a shoot 'em up. Yeah, you know what, Blake? You can have her. I've had her. So
again, seriously, Monica Bellucci is one of those. That is one of those things that annoyed me. Was it Skyfall? She should have been the lead Bond girl in that movie. That was such a missed opportunity.
Oh man,
that was.
What year was that though? Because I feel like her like the Matrix was her. Like the first time you saw her in the Matrix, you was like, God dang.
She was in Shoot 'Em Up after that.
But I'm saying Skyfall was like some years after that, right?
Skyfall came out, I want to say in 2018, maybe, or 17. Let's see.
Yeah, but I'm saying Matrix was 99.
Wow, it's 2012. She's gonna be in Beetlejuice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look, everybody buying their tickets. And everybody on Fandango.
I know you are.
I am not going to buy a ticket to that.
It's too late. They missed the window for a sequel for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You already know how I feel about that.
I do. All right. Norris, what you got?
So last one, and I could be wrong on this one. I might just have missed something, but I'm going to say Sean Penn for Mystic River.
Dang. Mr. Who?
Sean Penn, Mystic River.
Mystic River.
Oh, Mystic. I don't know why. Because I'm like, Mystic River. I'm like, who's that?
With your ears today.
Mr. River.
He doesn't have his hat on.
That must be what it is. It's not being able to focus.
Look, I got I got a haircut today, so I got it rounded out. The first thing somebody says to me is, "Hey, you look like Steve Harvey."
We got a good show for y'all tonight.
And then I started looking at it, and I was like, that dude look like the Steve Harvey hair piece. Come on down to the food. So
we got two great families. I'm your host, Chief.
Say, player. What's up, player?
Yeah, man.
That's my man. All right now. All right. We got a good show for y'all tonight.
Right.
All right. Jace, where are you going now?
Okay. My last one's gonna be Anne Hathaway in Interstellar. I really like that movie, and I thought she did a great performance.
You definitely like it a lot more than I do.
I just watched it for the first time this year. And Amazon had it on sale for like $5. I'm like, yeah, cop that. That's definitely.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I think if you watch, if it's one of those, if you're extra science geek, it works really well. If you're just kind of, I don't get half what they're talking about. You like any of the science stuff, it's like, oh, dude, you actually did your research. Like, this is really cool.
That's
like you opened the textbook. You didn't just look on the internet. You opened the textbook and actually tried to understand it. So that's why I really liked it.
That's most Nolan movies, though, right?
Interstellar.
And that was Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
That was Matthew McConaughey, right?
What do you got for Matt? Yeah. All right. And Matt Damon. Chief Harvey.
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Chief, who's yours? While we wait on Jamelin and Blake to give us their picks for their.
I'm trying to go which one of them I want.
I would say Les Mis for her best great performance.
I'm gonna go Samuel Jackson Kingsman.
Okay, I like that.
Kingsman, to me, the first one was a great movie. And then why is everybody laughing?
Because you say the first one.
That second one's not good.
Oh yeah, the first one. So he was a geeky dude with a lisp.
Lisp.
Yeah. So I enjoyed his character in the first one. Great movie. It was a great movie. And I don't think it's been a great Samuel Jackson movie where he was that prominent since.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably about right.
Road to Perdition? I feel like Drew's done something since then. Drew's great. He's in that
Lemony
Star Wars show. Huh?
I said Lemony Snicket's last great Jude Law.
There you go. All right. It is that time of the week, gentlemen. Snowglare, Jackson's Great and Hateful. I hated that movie, though. And Django, he's really good in Django for what he's doing with that role. But yeah, I can't stand either of those. Who are your nominees for Dummies of the Week? And we did a poll, and it looks like, Jace, you're a little bit behind, so we're going to bump your numbers up. Why don't you go first?
I always like when that happens. That was a good one. My dummy of the week is critics who get the whole season of a show and they just say, hey, don't watch it. Before anybody else can actually make an opinion of it, it's trash, don't waste your time on it. Like, hey, you can do it just like, if we have to suffer through episode by episode, you should too. You should have to make your reviews and release your overview at the end of the season. You shouldn't do, guess what? It sucks. Like, no, you should have to say, hey, I have to watch this week by week and then make my review. So by you guys getting your exclusive access and telling us all show, it sucks.
What show would this be?
Oh, that would be Rings of Power.
I knew that's what it was.
Like, don't tell me it sucks the day before it comes out, okay? Because I'm still going to watch it, which pisses me off. Because if you're right, it's going to piss me off even more that you told me it was wrong, it was suck, and then I still watched it. And I'm not trying to make myself the dummy of the week 8 weeks from now for watching a show that somebody else told me was stupid. You should have to suffer through this like me. So right now, everyone else, anytime that applies, they are my dummy of the week.
It's a much worse situation when we have to do it week to week. Speaking as a critic. My dummy of the week are football players who are still holding out. No team names whatsoever. But they're holding out for guaranteed contracts. I can't stand it. I've got a contract, but I need these last few years guaranteed. What job in the world has a guarantee? Oh, you tweaked your toe. Here's extra $10 million. I don't understand this fantasy world of which they live in. I get paid millions of dollars to play football for 17 weeks. I can do whatever. If I'm on a good team, maybe 20 weeks. I need a guarantee. I hate the guarantee because it's like nobody here in this chat, nobody watching has a guaranteed contract. And we're probably not going to see the kind of money they make, all of us combined. But for whatever reason, they need a guarantee.
Yeah. And especially knowing, hey, we inflated that last number to get you so you were the highest paid, yada, yada, your position. We didn't actually, you and I, everybody knew that wasn't guaranteed. We were just inflating the numbers. We were going to work around it. That last year, we're probably going to cut you if you don't live up to it. Like, everybody understands that.
The
but
nerve.
Now it's, whoa. Somebody, they've upgraded my contract that I signed 3 years ago. It's like, not saying your team at all, but hey, I'm the highest paid offensive lineman 3 years ago. I want to be played now. Dude, you've missed 3 games every year. Nah, we're not going to upgrade your salary. Like, come on.
What if you get hurt? That's the whole thing. It's like, I'm guaranteed if I get hurt.
Again,
you paid millions of dollars already.
Again, how was Deshaun Watson living? He's played, 10 games? I'm guaranteed for $200 million. I'm good. Not a chance. Here's an Eagles fan there.
What do we care about Eagles fans? Fragile Prime, you can fly. Norris, how about you?
I really haven't given this much thought, but Dummy of the Week, I would say, are those that condemned. I just finished watching the Cape Crusader like about a week ago, and I was interested to see what people thought about it. A lot of people, instead of actually critiquing the content of the show, were critiquing the changes that were made. Some called it the woke crusader. Some say it was like
that's clever because you can throw woke into everything.
You can, you change something. And I thought it was interesting because it's a Bruce Timm animation. And you can't. They covered so much ground. They broke so much ground with the animated series. You can't expect them to tread the same old ground, right? They want to do something a little differently. And I found there was a lot of content there. They really focused on Wayne's character and, basically him, like he doesn't even have this relationship with Alfred at the beginning. He calls him Pennyworth, as opposed like you see this beginning stage.
He was just fat shaming him. I think that's what it was.
He was. He said he fat shamed him?
Yeah, what was up with that? It's like we could change a bunch. Why can't Alfred go on the treadmill a little bit?
Because they based that Alfred on the original design, just like they based the crap. So at any rate, I there was a lot to chew there. There was a lot there. Why are you focusing on? It was great. Why are you focusing on? Well, they changed this, so I don't like this, and it's too woke for me. And so those are my dummies of the week.
I'm with you because the show's been really good, and what I've watched, I'm like, why would anyone complain? It's like 1940s, 1930s version of Batman the animated series.
Yeah, there's just so much there. If you remember the animated series, there's like this Art Deco style, but it was like a timeless. They had this old aesthetic with new technology, and this one is clearly like he's in his bat cave with like a chalkboard or the board. Like it's like bare bones. And
at least he wasn't writing on the floor, which I appreciated.
Alfred, I'm emotional.
You hope. Chief, who's your nominee?
Oh man.
Dramatic clap.
The once great, now just plain weird Damon Dash. So, they're gonna auction off a third of Rockefeller. Dame has to. He's got a lot of debt to pay off. And he was like, if anybody, so the auction starts at $3 million, which you may get it at $3 million. He's like, if you jump out there and give me 10, I'm going to give you a Rockefeller chain. Only I can give you a Rockefeller chain because I was the only one to give people the Rockefeller chains when they came into Rockefeller.
The originals.
Right. And I'm thinking to myself, who the hell wants a Rockefeller chain in 2024? Like, that's not, you know what I mean? You remember when the African medallion used to have the African medallion? That's like somebody saying, man, I'm going to gift you with an African medallion.
7 million.
Yeah. For $10 million, I'm going to transfer from my neck to yours. And every time I see Damon, which is funny too, he's talking about how he's a boss. But where is this boss ethic?
Maybe he's the CEO.
Let me tell you something. I'm the CEO
of the ROC.
Look, I'm a CEO of a company that makes nothing.
It makes rock chains.
No, he doesn't. So it matters what you're the CEO of.
Yeah.
So yeah, Damon Dash is my dummy of the week, man. Because I was reading that when he said it, I was like, what, Damon? So you can't be serious.
Even the TikTok or the whatever the video that he did, I saw that. It was like, what are you selling? Cars? Or are you selling, a $3 million company?
Right. So, hey, but we get to wear your chain. you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I can't wait. Look, I can't wait to just get that clock, man. So I can go down there, I can start yelling, 911 is a joke. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just crazy, man. You gotta appreciate the audacity on Dame still. Like that arrogance has carried him for like 25 years now. He's just been wild with it. And he doesn't even care, man. You're like, bro, you're one of us. You're one of the regular people. You're just a famous regular person now.
That's why Kanye said they got along.
You know what I mean? But here's the funny part. That's like Kanye. That's Dame's supposed to be Kanye's man, right? Kanye's worth $400 million. Why is Dame still broke? Now, ask yourself that. If Dame's such a great friend, and you guys are great friends, and you're worth $400 million, and this man here has $2 million in debt.
Are you really gonna bail out a man who made his own choices,
bro?
I mean, if you had the option, I don't know what at that point, what in this point Rockefeller does. You've made bad business decisions.
I get that.
Like, I'm not bailing. Here's a $2 billion bailout for your poor decisions.
If I'm worth $400 million, and you need some money, Jace, I'm going to give you that money.
Okay. All right, everybody heard that. You heard it.
I mean, but why wouldn't I? Now, listen, I don't have a lot of dudes. I mean, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about those supposed to be friends. I'm not just going to a 7-Eleven, seeing people standing outside and be like, yo, tonight's your night, dude. I'm going to bless you. You know what I mean? I'm talking about people I know. So if I'm friends with you, even if I'm friends with you, like if I talk to you, hey, what's going on? Okay, look, here you go, man. Take care of it.
$2 million, though.
Huh?
I said $2 million.
I mean, you have $400 million.
You're literally supposed to stop him before he gets to that debt. It's like, hey, you're supposed to say, hey, time out. Whatever you're doing is wrong. Let's settle some of these debts where you have assets on the positive side.
Something, but your man is drowning. You know what I mean? Like your friend is drowning at this point. Like you just gonna watch him drown. You got a life raft you holding, and you just standing at the edge like, if he dies, he died. And I'm like, throw him the life raft, man. Like, listen, man. Even if you don't give him the money, and you say, well, look, I'm just gonna pay off your debt.
You can literally use your assets to loan the money and not ever actually paying the money. I mean, like, again, as much as Kanye has advisors, they can say, hey, if you really want to bail this dude out, we can do it. It doesn't cost us anything. Like, somebody else will pay that debt. Like,
listen, I'm not bailing you out, Blake. But my big three, they can have some money.
right, I got it. I just happened to stumble on this. I had to say this one real fast. Pizza Hut is offering customers moving to Dallas, Charlotte, Orlando a special pizza box that turns into a miniature table with the order of a large regular pizza.
What? How much extra?
Many can relate to the chaos that comes with moving. And the last thing you want to worry about is unpacking to enjoy a hard-earned meal at the end of a long day. Right. They're really doing this. This is.
I don't want another damn box.
Because people usually pack tables. So, yeah. So is it extra for the table?
No. Oh man, I've got it.
What a deal! It's included in the price.
This is part of the deal. I gotta show you this picture.
I'm gonna do my best Seinfeld. Who are the marketing wizards that came up with this one?
Right. And Blake, you don't give a man a fish. You teach him a fish. But if a man is dying,
he's got rock chains to give others.
Like, you gotta give him a fish. Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. So what happens is they deliver 2 women to your house with a table. That is great, man. That is great. Listen, I'm gonna order.
Right, no furniture. Honey,
maybe who they were marketing to, I'll give them that, but that's about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, disclaimer, they're not part of the package there.
Oh, they don't come. They don't come
no.
with the
It's Raheem that's delivering that pizza. All right, well,
Raheem.
Fellas, thank you as always. This was always educational. And Norris, don't forget to tell us what you think about Madam Web, Snow Glare, Snake Eyes, Blake Tarpley, Jalen Parks, Woke, Community, Snake Eyes, David Thanos, Badger Wolf Prime, 80s Kid from the 90s, David Thanos, Henry G, Badger Wolf Prime, anybody else? James Green, Omega 579. And I think that's everyone. Mark A.
Yep.
No Rick Cage. A lot of people hanging out tonight with us.
Yeah. We got some people there, man.
Yes. Well, thank you all for rolling with us. As always, tomorrow night I'll be back on for another edition of Lyle's Figure Files. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.